Yo, cunts, how's it going? You don't know what the fuck it is. I'm not wearing my bracer today because I just can't be bothered, okay? Like, you don't, like, you know how it is. You know what I am. I don't gotta prove nothing, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, this is some more interesting news about Assassin's Creed Shadows. It seems like there's always something new every week about this motherfucking game. The game isn't even out. But the second anyone got a first look at this game with the trailer, ever since then, people have just been raining on this game. And I don't like doing that. I don't like, okay, the hater energy is kind of nuts, right? But like, I don't hate it. But once again, it's not like you're hating them for no reason, right? The reason I don't like Shadows so far is, number one, is because it's made by a studio that has been known to make shitty games. Ubisoft Quebec. They made Syndicate and Odyssey, one of the worst games in the entire franchise, in my opinion. You may love Syndicate, you may love Odyssey, right? But I do not. So the fact that that studio is making this really concerns me. It really fucking does, right? But like, I saw the gameplay trailer. I've been seeing videos for this thing. I made a lot of videos about this thing, right? And gameplay wise, it looks fine. Well, once again, is this something I want? No. But is it something that I can get behind? Is it an improvement from Valhalla and Odyssey? Absolutely. Already, the game's not even out yet, but I can tell you it's already an improvement, right? To some extent. Once again, it depends. Well, I can only say so much by looking at gameplay trailers and just trailers in general, right? I can only say so much. But I'm willing to give this game a chance, because once again, I'm basically tied to this franchise now at this point. I have to ride it out until the end. I don't have a choice in this matter, you know what I'm saying? But they really do deserve the hate, like when they don't do the research and they send faulty collector's editions to Japan, right? Once again, they deserve hate for that. I can guarantee you that if it was Montreal, maybe they wouldn't do the same thing, right? Because once again, Ubisoft Montreal, they made all the OG games, all the good games, right? Quebec has made no good games, you know what I'm saying? So they got a pretty bad track record, essentially. But basically, what we were talking about on this fine evening is what is it? It's 4:35. So that's evening or is that afternoon? Technically, it's afternoon, but is it evening? Evening is like after 6, right? So what would this be? What would it be? I actually don't know. But anyways, we are talking about the fact that Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting delayed. Yeah. Alright, so the Ubisoft, they released a message to the community telling us what the hell's going on, right? I just made the trailer for Ghost of Yotei yesterday. Check that out. I did mention Assassin's Creed Shadows in that. And that will also tie in to this. Just bear with me, okay? But anyways, let's read what the fuck they said, okay? Dear players, Assassin's Creed Shadows is a dream project for us, finally bringing the series to feudal Japan, with many features developed with our community in mind, such as parkour or the renewed stealth brought by new technology, all set in a beautiful and immersive world. We'll see about that. As such, we've made the decision to postpone the release date to February 14th, 2025. The game will release on a broad range of platforms, including Steam, at launch. Additionally, pre-orders will be refunded, and all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free. Isn't that interesting? So all future pre-orders will be granted the first expansion for free. Okay, that's nice. Kind of reminds me of Dead Kings, how they gave the DLC for free because they fucked up so hard with Unity. We understand this decision will come as disappointing news, especially to those who have been waiting patiently for an Assassin's Creed game inspired by feudal Japan, but we sincerely believe this is in the best interest of the game and ultimately your experience as a player. Rest assured, we are looking forward to the moment you will embark on a memorable adventure with Nawe and Yasuke. Until then, we thank you for your ongoing support. Mark Alexis Cote, I'm so sorry if I butchered his name, on behalf of all teams working on Assassin's Creed Shadows. So that's basically the news. They have delayed the game to February 14th. Isn't that like Valentine's Day? Is it? Is this the 14th or 12th? Honestly, I don't know because I've never had a Valentine. Okay, I wouldn't know what Valentine's Day is. I know it's in September. I mean, I know it's in February, but is it the 12th or I think it's the 14th, right? Oh, interesting. Okay. Yeah, but you know the problem is though. The problem is that Ghost of Yotei is releasing in the same. I believe it's releasing in November 2025, where Shadows is releasing February 2025. So there's a little bit of difference, right? That's the beginning of the year. That's the end of the year, right? So it's enough. There's enough space between the two, right? Beginning of the year, Assassin's Creed Shadows. End of the year, Ghost of Yotei, essentially, right? Now, is this a good idea? Absolutely. I'm 100% down with this, and it gives me a little, not too much, but a little bit of faith in Ubisoft that okay, they're not making the same mistakes they did in the past, right? Like in the past, like they churned out like a game every single year, no matter what, rain or shine, you get a new Assassin's Creed game. Here you go. Here you fucking go. You know what I'm saying? But now they're actually taking their time, and I appreciate that. I really do, right? If that means they can, work out the kinks, tweak out some shit that didn't look good, work on the fucking motion capture for the face, because the faces have to look good, alright? When they're talking, they better not look like animatronics, like they are in fucking Assassin's Creed Odyssey and Valhalla. They need to look like real people, because then I'll give a shit, okay? The reason why I don't give a shit about, like, anyone, I don't give a shit about Eivor or Cassandra or Alexios, is because they don't feel human. Right? They move around like animatronics, like, oh, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, like their faces, and it looks so forced. You know what I'm saying? You know that one girl, that one robot girl. I don't forget what her name was. Yeah, they move like her, bro. They legit move like her. Okay, their faces, it's fucked up, right? It's a really big problem when a game from literally a decade ago looks better than your shit. You know what I'm saying? It's really concerning, right? And I know you're gonna say, oh yeah, but Assassin's Creed Odyssey is a big game. What about the budget? I understand that. But the problem is their main cutscenes look like that. The cutscenes for the main story of the game look like that. At least mocap the main cutscenes. The random side quests, I get that. But if the main cutscenes look like that, then I shudder to think what the side quests will look like. Okay? Ridiculous, right? And not to mention, this is Assassin's Creed, Ubisoft's flagship franchise. The one franchise that got them to where they are right now. Made them a household name, essentially. Assassin's Creed skyrocketed them. So the fact that you can't even throw away a couple dollars for your most critically acclaimed franchise is really telling for what kind of company you are. Yeah, but all that aside, I do think that them delaying is a good idea. I'm not sure if it's good that they have to compete with Ghost of Yotei, because people obviously are gonna prefer that over this, and I can already tell Ghost of Yotei is gonna be better than Assassin's Creed Shadows. And this is coming as an Assassin's Creed fan, okay? I don't like saying it, but I gotta say how it is. You know what I'm saying? I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima yet. But it's interesting, and I do like Ghost of Yotei. I did see the trailer. There wasn't much to see. It was just an announcement trailer. There was no gameplay or story. But I'm on the hype train for Ghost of Yotei, right? And in a perfect world, I'll be playing both of those games eventually at some point in time, you know. But it's just like Ubisoft. They've lost the trust of people. People in the gaming industry. They don't really look at Ubisoft in a high regard, right? Essentially, the fact that Ubisoft, they're releasing their game set in feudal Japan right next to Sucker Punch when they're releasing Ghost of Yotei, that is kind of bad for Ubisoft, right? Because that means they're gonna get cooked by Yotei. You know what I'm saying? Because people are gonna buy that game instead. Although people may be like they might get angsty that, oh my god, I'm not waiting all the way till November. Let me just buy this game. You know what I'm saying? People don't know any better. People don't know anything about games and the company's making it, right? What if they don't know that Ubisoft is making Assassin's Creed Shadows? There are some oblivious people out there who's gonna buy a game looking at the cover. Oh wow, look. Oh look, Spartan. Oh look, Viking. Oh, looks cool. Let's buy it. Not knowing that what's the history behind the company, right? They don't do the research like we do. You know what I'm saying? Those guys will end up playing the game, right? But I feel like people who know this shit, they're gonna wait for Yotei, right? I won't be pre-ordering it anyways because I don't got that kind of dough right now. But even then, I don't have the PS5, so yeah, I'm just gonna wait. Okay, I'm just gonna be replaying older Assassin's Creed games. I'm doing a legacy playthrough, so we're working on that. Mirage, eventually we're gonna play that, so we're all gonna be recording it on this motherfucking channel. You already know the fuck it is. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Yotei will directly affect Assassin's Creed Shadow sales, although I'm not to that extent. Like, you know how like when Mad Max came out, it was overshadowed by Metal Gear Solid 5, right? That is a direct representation because those two games were released on the same day. You know what I'm saying? So that worked to the detriment of Mad Max. But there's a pretty big gap between them. There's the Assassin's Creed Shadows being released at the beginning of the year, and then Ghost of Yotei at the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there's like obviously throughout the entire year, what are people gonna play? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. When Yotei comes out, they'll be playing that, right? So essentially, at the beginning of 2025, it's Assassin's Creed Shadows, and at the end, essentially 2026 is Ghost of Yotei. So it might as well have been 2026. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it's gonna affect the sales too much, but I feel like you know, to some extent. I'm not gonna pretend like Ghost of Yotei is not going to affect Assassin's Creed Shadows anyway. It is, right? But just not. It's not gonna like bankrupt Ubisoft. You know what I'm saying? Ubisoft. It's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot of failures for Ubisoft to actually go down once and for all. Because it's a multi-billion-dollar company. They got a lot of assets. Even though their stocks are all the way down, but like still, it's not enough to like destroy them, right? To make them go bankrupt. I don't think so, right? I still think a good amount of people are gonna buy this game. Like I'm gonna buy it, but just not on day one. I'm gonna buy it when it's on sale after like 5 years. Simple as that, right? So at case in point, I think Ubisoft made a good decision. For once in their entire existence, they made a good decision by delaying the game. If they feel like it's not ready yet, then that's good. They don't have to rush it, because as we know, when they rush it, it turns out really, really bad. We don't want that again. We don't want another Unity. You know, those glitch faces still give me PTSD, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, if by them delaying a game, that means we will get a more quality experience, and that is good for them, right? That's something I like to hear, especially from Ubisoft. It's really surprising because Ubisoft never does that. They're a really greedy company and they just want the money now. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that they're holding off and they're actually working on it, I respect that. Not to mention that I'm not waiting for indie games anyways, because it's not like I'm playing them day one. I have a huge backlog of games. I gotta finish that first. You know what I'm saying? Excited for Ghost of Yotei. Curious about Assassin's Creed Shadows because I want to see how it is. And when people play it on day one, I want to see what they think about it. Just made a vid talking about this whole situation. You already know the fuck it is. Anything about Assassin's Creed Shadows, you can bet your bottom dollar that I'm gonna talk about it because you already know the fuck it is. 100%. This is something that is in my field of view, essentially, right? All in all, I think it's a good decision, and I think we just gotta wait to see how things unfold. Until then, I gotta go.